Before heading offshore, I always take a really close look at the weather conditions. I use Predict Wind offshore version, which gives me a lot of great information, including the intensity of the wind, what direction the wind will be blowing from, the currents, the tides, and so much more. I'll be traveling from St. Augustine, Florida to Charleston, South Carolina. At the beginning of the trip, you can see that the wind will be between 15 and 20 knots from the east and will gradually shift to about 8 to 10 knots from the south, which will gently blow me northward upon reaching landfall. This is all very good news. It looks like a great weather window to me. Good morning. It's about 7 o'clock a.m. and we're leaving St. Augustine, a beautiful city, and we're heading towards Charleston. I'm currently on the inlet, heading out to sea. It's about a 2-day passage, so it'll be an overnight, and I'll do my very best to capture most of the trip, at least little parts of it. The inlet, there's a real strong current coming in, and so you're fighting the current. It's about 3 knots of current coming in, and I'm trying to get out. So it's like walking on a treadmill, and but it's a nice day. It's supposed to clear up. Right now it feels good. It's about 77 degrees. I'm sorry, 71 degrees. The highs were expected about 77, and but right now, if you maybe I can pan out and show you. It looks like I'm going into a storm. I did look at my weather apps multiple times, and the weather is supposed to clear up. Today was supposed to be the roughest part of the trip, so that means we will have some rough weather today, or at least early in the morning, all the way to about noon, and then it should blow south, and we should the wind should shift, and we'll have a southern wind at about 15 to 20 knots. So more to come. The winds are picking up. We were at about 14 knots earlier this morning. Right now I'm reading 17 knots. The sun is trying to peek out, which is good, and but the sea state is really choppy this morning. I think a lot of it has to do with the inlet and the current, and the wind, of course. So we're making way slowly but surely. Everything is going pretty good. The boat is managing these waves pretty well. It's kind of exhilarating and fun, as long as nothing happens. I got my life jacket on. Coco has hers on. We did the research to make sure that the weather would clear out, and it should. Fingers crossed. This should be the roughest part of the trip. I keep saying that. I think that's more hopeful. Just hoping for this. She's handling everything okay, but it just wouldn't be comfortable to do this for the next 2 days. So I think once we change our direction and get a better course, get into these waves at least 30 degrees, and then we should be okay. The concern is going in a northerly direction with these waves that are beam is not very safe, so hoping that we'll get far out enough out at sea that it'll calm down a little bit. Another beautiful day out at sea. It's really pretty out here. what should I say about today? So far today has gone really well. There's been good wind, and the boat is traveling at a good speed. I believe we're probably about 5 knots sustained. Unfortunately, I think the wind is gonna die down a little bit, so it's kind of frustrating that will happen, but it happens, and I'll have to figure something out. But it's been a good day so far, and there's nothing but water and clear skies. It's beautiful. What do we do while we're out sailing? She does that, and I do this. And Armandina, she just sails. Cruising at almost 6 knots, and that's good. Here we go, 6.1. Everything is going well. It's 13 knots of wind. You can see the direction of the wind, of which way the wind is coming. This tells you, of course, the depth of how deep the water is here, and this tells you my current course bearing direction. This is our GPS heading. This is our speed. You can see where it got to 6.1. It hovers around 7.5 to 6, right around there. And our current GPS location. And This tells you the destination, time to the destination, or distance to the destination is about 394 miles. And it'll take me 78 hours and 53 minutes at this speed. So, so far it's a really nice, beautiful day. Couldn't ask for better weather. And the sea state is good. Maybe about 4-foot waves at the most. There comes a big one right now. And yeah, it's just really nice and pleasant out here today. Coco's been resting. She's still down there. She took her life vest off, but I'll put that back on her in just a second here. I do let her take it off when she's down there, but once she hops up onto the lockers, I make sure that she puts it on. And I'm wearing mine, and I'm safe, and all is well. Real sporty sail today. Lots of fun. Surfing the waves. It's nice. No issues. Everything is running smoothly. This thing, I fixed the steering on this. We were having problems with it making this whistling sound. And I think it might have been the packing gland around the rudder post. So just making a few adjustments to that has seemed to solve that problem, knock on wood. Overall, it's been a great day. I'm gonna have lunch here in just a little bit, and then I'm gonna listen to a podcast and maybe read a book. And Coco's napping, doing her usual thing. She always likes to nap. And all is well. Every now and then we have crashing waves. Nothing over the boat today. It's been just at about 15 knots, so it's not really terribly windy, but I'm maintaining a speed of 6 knots, right around 6 knots, which is great for this boat. And hopefully I'll make landfall somewhere between Charlottesville and Hatteras. Still haven't figured out where we're going to make landfall, but I'll be looking at the charts and looking at my time of destination. During the overnight hours, I'm going to reef the mainsail and just hopefully, rely on the autopilot so I can relax a little bit and rest my eyes. I will sleep out here in the cockpit so that I will be close to the steering in case I need to steer or something happens. I'll be able to listen to all the alarms. I do have my radar set up so that if there's any ships in the area, it'll pick up on that and I'll get an alarm on that. And I am broadcasting and receiving AIS. So far everything's going well, and having a really great time out here. All right. Decided I'm gonna make some coffee for tonight, and so that way I'll have it ready, and after that I won't have to be messing with this. And I can put it in my thermos, and that'll be a good place for it to stay hot. So that's the plan for tonight. You'll see that I have the stove on gimbal now, so it is able to maintain like a flat surface for this to happen while we're healing over so much, because we are. always fun to try to make dinner or even coffee while we're healed over like this. But I think it's better for me to make it now than later on tonight when it'll be darker. So that'll take about 14 minutes total. And it always freaks me out because it's hot coffee and water and all that, and we're healing over quite a bit, but that's what this is designed for, so we'll just let that do its thing. Part of me wants to lock it in and hold the pot. So I won't do that. I'll let that swing around like that, like it's supposed to. Everything's going okay here inside the cockpit, or I mean the cabin. The waves are pretty big. You can see them come up and then go way up and then way down on the boat. It's kind of cool. And I'll show you the starboard side, which will be the high side. And so, but overall, it's been good. Nothing in the horizon. See this camera here. Got all my information. We're not traveling very fast at all, about 4 knots, 4.5 knots. I had to slow down a little bit, let some sail out while I did coffee. But overall, everything's going well. So I'll be basically just sailing through the night tonight, and then I will be able to be near, sorry about that, hopefully somewhere between Charlotte's, where would I be? Just before Hatteras, south of Hatteras, somewhere south of Hatteras is where I'm hoping to make landfall. So hang in there. Well, we're making good progress. So far, so good. I'm still holding at about 9 knots. The wind is dying a little bit as we approach the evening, the afternoon, early evening hours. But we've been able to maintain 3.8 and about 4 knots, between 3.8 and 4 knots sustained. We are making some good progress. Coco's having a good time. I think she's having a good time. She's been just napping and snacking and checking out the porpoises, the little dolphins. They swim right next to us. Sometimes for a long time. They've been up alongside the boat for about an hour today. And that's been really cool. And it is getting a little chilly. You might notice Coco's shaking a little bit. Cold, Coco? So she might be going down below pretty soon, just to stay warm. And I've made some fresh coffee so that I will have something to drink and keep me awake a little bit. And so far so good. Let me see if I can figure out where I'm at. We've just about, it looks like we just passed the inlet for St. Mary's River. So we haven't made a whole lot of progress, but at this speed, it's a slow process, and we enjoy every minute of it, so no need to be rushing. So anyway, more a little bit later. I think tonight I'm gonna have some warm cup of soup for dinner, and or I might have my leftover hot dogs from last night. Anyway, I'll figure something out. I had a sandwich for lunch. It was good, and the boat's handling really well today. No problems. Let me go play, Coco. All right, careful. All right, here you go. So she does real good. You want to stay up here? You can stay over here. She wants to come back over here. And so anyway, I gotta tell you, it's been the weather's been really pleasant. The wind is slowly shifting from the south, which is really great news for us, because that means that Coco and I can just chill tonight, and it'll just blow us right into our direction. Oh, she's back. All right, I got you. What are you looking at, huh? What are you looking at over there? I think she sees some more dolphins. Just a minute ago, they were following us, and that was kind of cool because they were right behind the transom here, and you can see them. And I was fumbling with the camera trying to turn it on, and I didn't get the shot, but I will get some dolphins for y'all in a little bit. And we're in the middle of nowhere, no land in sight, which is what makes it extra peaceful. One thing I did forget to do is download some music on my account, and so there's only one song that was downloaded like months ago, and for some reason it's still there. I don't know why. It's called Dance Monkey, and I've already listened to it about 4 or 5 times on repeat. So I think I'm done with music. But lesson learned, I gotta remember before I head out, anytime I'm away from the Wi-Fi or you know, wherever I'm gonna be, I need to be able to download the music so I can have it. And same thing for the audiobooks. I thought those stayed downloaded. I don't know. I'm gonna look into that and figure that out. So I'll keep you all posted. I might set up a preventer on the main sail, because I don't want to have a jibe tonight, since we are going to be more or less on a run. That would be dangerous. So before I go to bed tonight, or before it gets dark tonight, I will put a preventer on the boom, which would be aligned from the end of the boom down to mid ship cleat. So that'll keep it from swinging over to the other side in case we cross over the wind direction. And I think that's all I have for right now. So I rigged up a preventer right over here. You might be able to see it behind me. It's right up there, and it's a line that goes to the midship cleat. And I did that so in case the wind shifts, we don't want to have an accidental jibe. And you might see I have a little issue that I've been working with working on, is that wind generator up there. It comes awfully close to the backstay on the main. So I have to make sure I don't jibe, or that could get caught up in the blades. And we need that thing spinning so that I can generate electricity to watch movies tonight. And I also was able to reef the mainsail, and you'll see right over by the boom, at the bottom of the boom there's a reefing point, and there's several of them. If you look up, there's several more up on the top. I have 3 reefing points on the on this sail. That's the third one, actually. The second one's on the other side. And I only reef down to the first one, and then I take the back part of this and pull it through the boom down with that winch down there. And so that's ready to go for tonight. It's reefed down, and I'm only running on the staysail right now and still have 5 knots of speed. So that's good enough for me to keep moving through the night, and I'm not real worried about having too much speed. And I did try to videotape all of it and capture it on my GoPro, and I'm still learning how to use that GoPro, and it made me so mad. So I turned it on, and then I come back and it was turned off and the battery's full and everything. So I don't know what happened with it, but anyway, it's gonna be a beautiful sunset. I can't wait to see it. It's almost sunset, not quite yet. I did have a boat come by a while ago, and it was picked up on my AIS, so that was a great, I'm so glad that I have that. Of course, I can't rely 100% on it because not everybody has AIS or has it turned on, and so I have to keep my eyes peeled at night as well. So for now, I'm just getting the boat ready. She's tired and ready to go to bed. I've had this generator covered all day, and I think I want to maybe get a cover for it because I worry about it sitting out in the sun all the time. And I obviously have way too much time on my hands. So I'm getting hailed on the radio, so I'll be right back. Coco chewing on her treat over there, hiding behind the helm. What you got there, Coco? You think someone's gonna take that away from you? It's one of those greenies. How's that greenie, Coco? How was that? Was it good? All right, good. You want some water? Hop up here, come get some water. Come on. Come get some water. Go. You know where the water is. Be careful there. All right. Wow, Coco's thirsty, huh? All right, come on. Let's get back in the cockpit. Good girl. Yeah. How was that? Did you have a nice snack? All right. for the escort, guys. Hi. God, you're beautiful. Everything's still going well. It's getting close to midnight, and so I got to see a falling star and definitely seen the Big Dipper and the North Star. And it's very dark outside, so I wasn't able to videotape this piece because you won't be able to see me. But it is really beautiful, and I did try to take some images of the stars and the bioluminescence, but none of it is coming up on the video. So I probably need a better camera than this iPhone, although this has been capturing some great images. But yeah, overall everything's going well. I just had a cup of coffee, and I'm wide awake, and so I'll be just keeping an eye on things, making sure that everything is a-okay. I do have a little pallet out in the cockpit, a little bunk, a little just blankets and pillows, so I can take 15-minute cat naps. So anyway, all is going well, and hoping to share some more, hopefully some images of this night sail. It's so pretty. Just a little update on our situation here. The camera looks completely out, but it's just super dark, so it's not picking up anything. We're still making progress and heading in our direction. The wind, you can see, has almost died down to, well, not really died. It's 13 knots. It's pretty steady, actually. So that's good. 12.9, 13 knots. We're traveling at about 4.5 knots overland, so that's good. And everything else looks really up to date. Fuel is at 100%. And we're at 66 feet deep. So, yeah, I think it's been a really good night so far. Really good evening. And just like that, it was daybreak, sunrise. Good morning, everyone. It was a long night, but I made it through, and I'm very grateful for this morning. The sunrise is absolutely beautiful, and there it is back there. And this was the little pallet that I slept on last night, just right there, so I could still be at the helm and be able to manage everything over here. And you know, we did all right. I don't know how many nautical miles I clocked, but I'll figure that out and I'll let you know. And just having my first cup of coffee this morning, and much needed. So I'm tired, sleep deprived, but I'm feeling good that I was able to accomplish this today. And gosh, look at that beautiful sunrise. I mean, wow, this is beautiful.